G'day guys, and welcome back to Stitch Up and episode 2 of our brand new series in Voxel Tycoon. We're playing on the beta branch, and we have Grinstead North with a lovely little water tank leading up into the Grinstead Hills, of which I've just named them the Grinstead Hills, but I think that kind of works. Sutton over here is, I've done a bit of land clearage as well and just made them kind of, everything kind of, doing some sort of clearing of the land. And in fact, the way Voxel Tycoon, I believe it works, is when you clear the land and you do a bit of terraforming, then it shows is this kind of clay looking, and so you can see over here I've done some, but then it starts to get green over the top. That's a lovely little thing that you don't see in other games, and I think it's such a pretty way of doing things. So I think that's really cool. We're going to go ahead in episode 2 and we're going to make some improvements to our existing, and you can see I've been clearing some grades here, but of course this is me preparing for trains and getting things at the nice grade level. We are playing this series with the free terraforming mod, so that is engaged, and so yes, we will be doing some terraforming. Guys, I'm going to get you to enjoy the Stitch Up intro, and I'll see you over here to talk buses in just a sec. Rightio, so yes, we are going to run some buses. If you have a look here, I've got Stafford, and we'll be able to do a bus from Stafford. It'll come into Sutton, come through the township, it'll then go into Grinstead, it'll then head off into Berkhamsted Northeast, and I think that'll be absolutely lovely. So the bus will come out of the depot here and come into all those, yeah, it's going to be quite good. So we'll definitely be doing buses. I'm going to also just borrow the full 400 that we can borrow, which is nice. And of course we are going to connect up the coal as well, so we talked about coal, so we're going to go ahead and connect that up very shortly. I don't want to terraform away from these lovely mountains, so I want to be careful how I terraform this, but you know, coal is going to be interesting. I'm wondering if maybe we should just bring coal in by train, because we need to get a train in anyway, and I think we've got a bit of money there, so we could put a train in and just get the coal coming in, being dropped off. And let's think about, so coal would need to go to here, well, there's the station, but of course we could bring coal in, and where we want to put our factory, because I want to start planning out a little bit and start thinking about where we're going to put some of the factories. But one of the first factories, I just want to connect up if I can. Yeah, this sort of thing. I just want to connect these guys up. Yeah, nice. One of the first sort of things that we'd like to do is grab a iron ore brick factory. So iron bricks, that's going to be one of the first things. But of course we need to think about research as well. So this episode is going to be hopefully buses. And yeah, well, we can get the bus going in light. We can get the bus going with just one bus and then probably put the rest of our money into a bit of research, but we might do the research at the end of the episode, although I think we should buy the research station now and just not turn it on till towards the end. 76,000, that's going to be quite a bit, so it's going to be interesting, but we do need to start researching, so we may as well do that. And if I grab coal here, let me think about the coal and the terraform, and I think that could be quite good. So if I went across this way, of course, and I went down here, I think the very lowest grade, and you can see the water grade here, so the water's always on the very lowest level, so I could go ahead and just clear out here and then keep my trains down at the lowest level. But I don't, and if I did that, maybe I bring the train across here and just have the train come running across and go past this lake and into there. That could be kind of a nice way of doing it, and then we could drop the coal off here. But I wonder if perhaps when we're doing that, I wonder if we start to think about where we want some of these factories as well, because over here is the iron ore. Now I'm just trying to see how much room we've got over here, but I wonder if we are going to have the iron ore bricks going on and we want to bring coal in all the way towards here. Well, I probably want to start bringing some of these products out by train at some point, so I could run the train directly across here and just run it up to this area and drop off my coal, and then maybe I could use this area here as my factory. That could be quite nice. I think that's kind of nice. It's all kind of like sort of, you know, industrial, and I could produce my iron bricks over there, which could be good. So I think I will go ahead and do that. It'll be quite inexpensive to do it because of the terraforming, so that will be quite good. So if we pause the game and we jump in, let's see. Okay, first of all, if I go terraforming and if I do leveling, can I terraform this and still get the coal patch? Man, I hope so. Imagine if I couldn't do half of it. Yeah, you can. Good. Okay, so let's do this. And let's do this. Just let that kind of... yep. And just do a little bit of this. Yeah, okay, good. If we go there, I'm going to go back a bit. Go back another one. A couple. Yep. Alright, good. So if I'm terraforming this off at that, now is that me at grade? Yeah, that is me at complete grade here. So let's just naturalize this corner a bit. Don't know if naturalize is quite the right word, but we're going to use it anyway. Okay, that's nice. No, we're still one up, actually. We're still one up. So, and I want to be down at grade. I've decided I want to be down at grade. So I just want to make this a natural, some natural curves all the way along. So let me just try and grab this like this. Just see if I can just do this to there, and then start at this level here and just take this along as much as I can. Let me do that, and do that, and do that. Yep. Cool. And if I look at here, I can see where I've got my area. So now I should be able to go like this, and I want to just go right there. You go. That's all that section, and then all this section over here. Oop. Doesn't really matter when you got the free terraforming mod going, and then we can do this. Yep. And then that. Okay, good. So you got your coal, and then we'll be able to just get rid of all this section, and I'm going to go right up to the side area here to the edge of the map. You can see it highlighting the map area, so that's quite good. Okay, good. So you can see all that. That's all quite nice. And we're going to be coming along here. Now let's keep in this section. So if I get rid of this, if I keep over here, I'm trying to keep a little bit of this kind of, this part looking a bit kind of natural. Oop. And then you just chip away sometimes so that you can bring things back a little bit. Although I'm bringing them back at double grade there because of the height. So I'd have to use my other tool, but I think it's free to use all the other ones. I'm just being a bit, I guess, lazy and quick at the moment. I want the train to come along here. So the best thing here is if we just keep this all going. Let me just do something nice here. Do that. Yeah, just do a few little bits here. There we go. That's good. I don't mind the lake being there because I think water, you cannot replicate the water, so I think that's all pretty good. But this is nice because we can get the coal going. So let me go ahead and pop down a coal mining facilities. That's what we're going to remember is coal. Coal needs to be delivered to there. Now, coal is not going to pay very much because we need to get coal over here. Coal's not going to pay too much, but it's a level 1 product that's going to go out of fashion pretty quickly, so I don't probably want coal to be rocking and rolling forever. I don't know if maybe I let coal go out if it just keeps popping coal back and another provider wants coal delivered. So I don't know if that happens. If that's the case, maybe I just need to satisfy level 1 coal, yeah, we will see. Okay, now I want to be careful about these natural formations because I really like this. I think that's great, and I kind of don't mind. So let's come at it from here. We know that grade is here. Yep, so this is grade. So I'm going to want this to be across here. So terraforming, and we'll put in, so we're going to do, well, we could just run the train line straight through like this. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do this. Where's the train line? If I do that, and I think I can put a single train line for now, but let me do a bit of an angled train line as well. Yeah, we'll do this, and we will naturally fix this up a bit. And I should start to level out. Please level out. Yeah, it should level out there. So that's kind of that. So now when I start to lay the train line, I should get a bit of joy here. Yeah. Oh, hang on. We've got this too. What do we got there? Well, we should have... yeah. Nice. Okay, so we'll do this. Bring him around a little bit, and we'll try and lay the train line nice and close to that. So I think that's all going to be pretty good. Okay, that's good. There you go. Yeah, nice. Okay, so pausing the game, grabbing our mines and doing the mining facilities, and we're going to put coal in, say, here. Yep, and we will then load up a train, but I probably need a warehouse, but at the moment I'm just going to load the train directly from here with 58 stored. I'm going to unpause that and just let it fill up. It means I'm not going to get my refunds, but I'm probably going to be a little careful here. Okay, our very first train is going to be here, and it's going to be... Ooh, lay rails. That looks different. Everything looks a bit different. Okay, we'll go stations. Okay, so we've got a few mods on here. I probably just want passenger, I want freight stations. I've got Great Western at 80,000 or the regular freight station. Well, I'm going to want the regular freight station, please. But it looks like I may have some different rails there. I will just let me think about this. Let me just think here. I probably want this like this. I'm going to want the length of it to be fairly long. Now, I kind of think I can expand these. If I pause and I put this down, it's going to cost me 60,000. If I go to take it away, it's going to be a refund of 60,000. Yeah, so we got the money back. Okay, good. So that is nice. Because I'm in the beta branch, I'm just being a little careful here about what I'm doing. So if I go to stations and return it, so we've got 140 meters, but I've got to remember about a turnaround here as well. So what I'm thinking is, what about if I do this and bring it with the X key? I kind of think we need long stations to start with, and I really think we should fork out for, what's the length? What's the biggest station, people? 250 meters is the biggest station. And if I put this here, I could get him in at 110,000. And what is he going to cost as a regular one? 108,000. Well, this would be, and this would be up to there. You look at the catchment, so it's all pretty good. We can actually go and give ourselves a little bit more terraforming room here. So this is all pretty good. Let's just clear all this out nicely. And we've got a bit of lake action in the middle there, but that's fine. We got a bulbous end on the end there, so we can do a turnaround, and we want him to come back because we want. So if I go freight, we don't want that. We want this to be stations, and it's going to be freight stations, please. So it's going to be this one, and it's going to be 250 meters. I like the idea of that for some reason. It's going to cost 110,000, but I kind of just think, yeah, big station at the start. Now, if they go in here, they're going to be in on the left and then passing back on the right. So I've got to leave a little bit of room to put a station, a lane next to it, but then I don't need to do this. So what I might do is just put it right there. Okay. Now the station looks a bit different, but yeah, don't mind that. We probably can reverse everything. So if I go rails and I just go rails here, these rails are new. Now I don't, the thing is, I don't know if this is because of mods, but let me think. Why do they look like that? Maybe I've got concrete rails being with a mod. Either way, I don't know what I've got, but not fine track, not narrow gauge. But I don't know what I've got, but this is fantastic, the standard rails. And I think this might be a mod that I have, and I'm sorry about that. I'm normally pretty good with sort of saying, hey, look at the mod. Oh, okay, that's not what we want. Okay, we will need this to come out, and then this to come all the way out here. So let me do that. Yep, and then that. Let's go down and then in like that. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. Nice. And if I do, could I do that? It's not amazing, but yeah, it does work. Okay, so we're getting there with this. And let's then think about how we want these guys to go back. Now, it's going to want to go all the way across here, and with a bit of room there as well. So how are we looking? Yeah, we're looking pretty good. I think that's pretty good. I can do this. Can do this. This is expensive. We might have, yeah. Well, I sort of just think, is that okay? Let's do this. Try and get this one in. I'm trying to think if I can just get this guy to be right across. Okay, and then sort of a little bit of terraforming going on here, and do this. Yeah. And he's going to be coming right across here. So if I do the terraforming as part of the rail construction, do that there. And let me do this here as well. And then bring this in one more. Yep. If I do it as part of the construction, does it charge? Let me see about that. So if I go across here and I want to do, so say that was, it would be 8,400, and then I do this bit here. Is it charging me? No, I don't think it is. I think it's keeping it free. Now this is on the left hand side, so I want this guy to obviously come in a little bit, so it'll be along here. But I'd like to get the other line in. If the other line is there, does this mean this is here? Where is the other line? I think it's there. What I'll do is I'll just get myself, let's get a little bit extra gone here. Yep, and we do this and then this. Getting refunds there. And now I know that I'll need the next bit to be here. This is the actual part on the left. And then dropping off to here. And that's where we want to get it to, which means we need to do this. Yep. And then over here, it's going to be a case of that. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, these rails look fantastic. Okay, so coal at the moment, 174,000 with the ability to borrow no more. Coal at the moment is going to be able to come in here. We will need to just put this next bit in as well. Probably not got the right approach happening, but let's do that for the moment. We don't need to do the extra line. This will do it at the moment, so we'll come back this way. And with one train, we don't really even need to tell it whether it goes the correct way, which is around and then uses the bypass on the way out, but it may come in via the bypass on the reverse, but still head back. We're going to single track this with one train and just keep some reservations going. So we could drop off here, but I think we wanted our big station to be kind of over this section. And I reckon what we could do now is use our lovely terraforming mod. Oh man, I'm going to be banging on about the terraforming for so long. Let me do this. Yeah, that's nice. Yep, and then if we just come down to here and just do that, that's good. Okay, over here, I know the left side of it is going to have to be here. So what we could do is, let's put this right along this, and then I want to swing it in. All right, I want to swing it in like this, and I think that's good, but this is where I want the station to swing in. Yeah, I want the station to swing in right there, so that means this guy can come all the way back. This is the left hand. We're approaching the top of the screen as we look this way, and I want to see if I can get this here nicely. One more click, and we're in. Good. 139,000. So I've probably not got enough to put the extra station in now. I probably need to let the game play. So let's let the game go now. Go on speed 2 actually, because we actually need some money to roll in before we can go ahead and even put the second station in, let alone buy the rolling stock. This will allow coal to build up. And this is better because what we're starting to do in episode 2 is lay some absolutely fantastic foundations in. So coal's building up. I will put my depot in here because I'll need it. So if I just go standard depots or narrow gauge, other standard. So depot here, 27, fine track depot, industrial train depot, and then we've got the other ones. Now I've got a sync GR. But I think I'm just going to put a standard depot in for the moment. So let me do him facing this way. Actually, how about if I do that? Well, we could put that, but then we're going to expand this. We could expand this station, so I think we'll just do this. Yeah, let's do it there. Yep. Okay, this means the train should come out the correct way and just get into it. Okay, so he'll do this, he'll fill up there, And then of course we just need to make the rest of it happen. So I might kind of have a think about this. Now I want to see if I can I edit existing train stations, because this, we're in the beta branch, and I was thinking, I thought maybe I read something about this. So if we jump off here and just have a look at it, can I edit this? Length, logistics, stats, overview. We can rename it. But I don't think I can edit it. Signaling. What's this? Electrification. Signals. Okay, I can't really do that. What we can do is we can go ahead and put station in, and this will be a double track. Now, how much was the double track again? Just check it over here. 110,000. Well, we got it just. And I think just the double would be good, but it's interesting because we kind of... Well, you're approaching there, and you could actually fill up on the way out. So that could be good. Let's do that. Let's do this. Because we'd need that anyway, the little turnaround. So if we do this, and I could do this here, and this would be a real... Okay. Can I borrow any more? No. Can I put this down? No. 108,000. Okay, I'm going to go speed 3 for the moment, but I don't think it's going to make much of a difference because these trucks have got to go a long way, and I need 110,000. But we could think about where we want this. I think it's probably going to want to be... I want a bit of room up here with these guys, so it's probably going to want to be fairly this way. I think that's probably a good spot, but let me see about the width. I think that's exactly where. Okay, let's let it get to 110,000. Less coal for them. Yes, because we haven't got the coal situation going on. In fact, we might be hemorrhaging money. 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. Okay, but will it in this round get ourselves up to it? Let's see. Looks like we've dipped to 100,000. We're now dipping down. So we might just have to take a minute to get those happening. Yeah, this episode we're going to do everything, weren't we? We're really going to get into it. Look at them, here they go. So yeah, one-way streets are going to be fantastic when they arrive. They'll be brilliant. At the moment, we can put in these double-lane standard streets, and we can use waypoints, and we will to enable one-way streets. Good to see them using this way as well. We will actually enable one-way streets around the pickup areas. And here's a good example where we might want them to go this way, but only this way when they get into it, because this is the lane. So we'll do some lane management and traffic management going on there as well. That'll be pretty good. This seems to be, I mean, just trying to get to 108,000. We'll get it on the next round, but yeah, it's kind of... Look, I think what I'll do, actually, is I might just leave that. You know what I'm putting in there, so we might just leave that for now. Let's go speed 1. Let's get ourselves some buses, I think would be nice. Let's get the bus line in, because that'll be something that we can do this episode, and it'll be really nice. Okay, so I want to put in some bus stops. And if I go in here and I go... not in there, but if we go to roads and I go to stations and I have a look, I've got bus stops, 11,000, and bus stop time 2, but without the actual stop on it. I don't mind that. Bus sign double, bus sign double, bus station with a sign, little bus stops, and then waypoints and city borders. So bus sign doubles 8,000. Let me see, is that going to be a little part? Yeah, it is. Okay, good. So let's look at the catchments for these guys. If I spin this, yeah, exactly. So I'm going to hold the shift key, and I'm going to try and get some things happening here. So let's go 1, and then 2. Yep. 1, 2, and... Do those roads connect? They do. 1, 2, and 3. Yep. So 1, 2, and 3. And then we'll come into here. Go at the first section. So we'll go, how about twist it 4, 5, 6, then 7, 8. That's those two ends of the town. 7, 8. And then here it's going to be, let's see, the town. Yeah, here. 9 and 10. Okay, good, good, good. Now, so we'll do that. And I'm now going to number them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And think about this. So if we come in here, we've got the bus stops. Yep, yep, yep. And what we're going to do is go rename 30,000. Why you got 30,000 there? Oh, we just put lots down, that's why. Okay, we better unpause this and let the money come in. In fact, we better go speed 3, let the money come in. And it's going to be bus 1. Let me just copy this. See if I can copy that. Yep, with the space. So bus 1. Bus 1. And bus 2 and bus 3. Okay, that's good. So bus 1, 2, and 3, and the stop 1, 2, 3, and then it's going to be 4. And then we'll keep going in the order that we put them in because I thought that was a good order. 5. And this was 6. Yep. And then we'll talk bus traversing. 6, and this was 7. Ah, we've got mail being delivered there by the sound of it. So let's do... Oh yeah, you can see the mail, so that's good. We'll have a look at that. 7, 8. Yeah. Was it 8? Hang on. Coalfield South, so 6, so it's 7. Thought it was 7. Because we've got this 7... 8. It's good you can hit enter. Yep. 7, 8, and then there were 2 in this one, so it was 9 and 10. And then I'm thinking I might change the depot names too. So bus 9. So let's get this going first. And bus 10. I'm hoping we got enough money for 2 buses. Bus 10. What we'll do is we'll set up a bus stop. So let's go up to here and grab garage and go here, and we'll go passengers. So you've got mail, but we want passengers at the moment, and I'm going to use the big one. It's 15,000 extra people, a bit slower though. 15,000, and I'm going to go here. I should be able to buy 3 of those. So then I'm going to go, okay, so you're going to go add stop. Now what I want to do here is do a timing point. So we're going to do a nice little timing point, and it's a waypoint. So I want them to be on this side of the road, and we're going to do it over here, and it's going to be like this. The only reason they'll do it is for this. So it's going to be this and then that, and it's going to be in this direction. So I want them to go stations, and it's going to be a waypoint, and it's going to be here, and I'm going to call this, and it's going to be up this way. So it's going to be waypoints, and I'm going to call this bus timing. Bus timing. Oh, there's some good spelling going on there. bus timing, brilliant. Okay, so the way I'm going to set the buses up is this. I should have closed this one, but I can do it from afar, God mode. Here we go, and we go add stop. Alright, and I will just go back to speed 1. Okay, cool. So then we're going to go, here we go. So we're going to go add stop, and it's going to be bus stop 1. I'm going to hold the shift key and go 1, transfer. Then 2, transfer. Then 3, transfer. Use the W key. Then 4 timing waypoints. Yeah, then I'm holding the shift key here. Then, so waypoint, then 4 transfer, 5 transfer, 6 transfer, and 7, 8, and 9 and 10. 9, 10. Okay, now we'll have a look at this. So bus is going to be, let's call this one bus route. This is how I like to do my buses. Bus route 1. Cool. And so we got 1, 2, here we go. So we can actually click and it takes us back there, which is nice. So I've got bus 1, and then it'll go to 2, and then 3, and then it'll do the timing points. Now I want the timing points is going to be non-stop. Let's do edit and go timing, and he's going to be bus non-stop, ignore defaults, just orders as usual. I want to add in an order. Bus timing default, and I want to go add the order, and it's going to go wait, and it's going to go wait. I want him to wait 45 seconds, and that's lovely. Yep. So he's going to wait 45 seconds, then we'll go to bus 4 and then onwards through to 10. Yeah. Now the only thing I want to do here is I want the bus to be traverse, or the default is going to be back and forth. So traverse stops at the top of the schedule, and after the bottom is reached, continue from the top. So it goes 1 through to 10, then travels all the way back to 1 across town. But we want back and forth. So basically this will be 1, 2, 3, then timing, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, timing, 3, 2, 1, and then keep going like that. So that's how that should work, the back and forth mode. Bus route 1, and he is lovely. I'm going to go 1 and 2 extras, and I'm going to release them all at the same time. Hit speed 2, and we should be able to see this doing a traversing order and how the timing goes. So 3 buses all together, and we can actually see how they all go. They shouldn't have to traverse this side of the map. I do love this train infrastructure. I think that's really cool. I'm so proud that we've got to trains this early in the series. Even though we haven't got any trains, I'm so proud we've kind of got that some infrastructure going in there. It's starting to really look really cool. I have to say I love those cut-ins. Look at that. I have to say the free terraforming is fantastic, by the way. So these buses should stay banked up. I'm on speed 2. They should stay relatively banked up. I'm hoping they go this way. Yes, they do. They should be banked up until they get to the timing stop. So, yep. And £64 each one, 16 for him, and yeah, he's doing pretty well. And then they should pull into the waypoint, and this is what should happen here: is this guy should wait 45 seconds. We're on speed 2, so he'll wait a bit, and this is where it'll allow the buses to split up, and we can add more buses to the system and assign them to bus route 1, and then that will just allow them to do what they're doing now instead of being timed up. It doesn't matter if we have 3 buses or 13 buses, but they should time up pretty good. Now, the 45 is a bit of an estimate, and we'll just see how it goes. And you can see there, that's put a nice split between the buses. We've got one there, and this is with a 45 second, and one here. So it's not too bad. I probably need the timing stop to be a little bit longer, so I will just add it out. I'll click on any bus, go here and go edits, and I want the timing stop to be here. So the wait is going to be, instead of 45 seconds, it's going to be 90 seconds. Not 920 seconds, please. 90 seconds. And I think, did that just save that? Let me try it again. Did we know 90 seconds? We have. Lovely. So that is all pretty good, and we'll just stay on speed 1. But yeah, this should do pretty well. So that bus had a 45-second timing, and we saw the gap in the change. If I go to speed 2, let them go a little bit, the other bus got to here before bus 2 left. Now when bus 2 gets there, you'll see bus 3 won't go anywhere yet. It will probably find that's yep, that's good. Probably find that he goes to 5, 6, and after he's on his way to 7, we get bus 3 moving. And that's how we do the timing. That bus just got us, yeah, and there we go. Yep. So that bus just got us £245, by the way, so I think we're already doing pretty well. What we could do is, can we borrow any money? No, we can't repay, we can't borrow, so we really are in a bit of a stalemate situation, but that's okay because we're going to be just doing a few things anyway. But in between episodes, what I'll do is I'll get us our lovely station. Sorry, not this one, our train station, and of course it remembers, and we'll probably put it sort of here-ish, so lined up with this and across here, and that should be pretty good. I mean, I might sort of put them back a little bit so that we don't have this sort of issue with the trains. You know, I might, you know, I want it lined up with the rail because it comes in low. So I like the idea that they use the pass and then they come in and then load. You know, and we can start off with some warehouses over here and then move to the warehouses over this side. What I could choose to do is add the warehouses as well in this sort of narrow strip of land. But what I'm looking at is the top of the station now. If you have a look at the top of the station, I'm looking at where they can come in here and how they can sit in, and I almost like a couple of lanes. So if you have a much bigger station here, we might even save a little bit of money and get 3 or 4 because we've got 2 products there. We might get 3 or 4 platforms going on this one, but yeah, it is good. We've got room to put extra stuff. This could be a lovely one for these guys. And of course we got you know, coal will come in here, and it's just, it is interesting because the coal needs to move over to here, but at the moment I'm not really doing that. But what I will do in the short term is just load coal onto trucks and then get it going like that, and just get it going out. We probably might even get the land bridge going. You know, we could put a big bridge right across this, and then see if maybe this could just come right across to there with a big bridge. But we could put a bridge in sort of here. This could be a good section to do a bridge as well. Yeah, we'll have to see. We will have to see this. I don't know how you put a bridge over the water. Don't even know if it's possible. I don't normally play with the bridge. Are we on speed? We're on speed 3, are we? Yeah, I think we were. Quick check of our of this coal on the verge of bankruptcy. I kind of don't mind if coal does go bankrupt, because what it might do is then, because where is coal? Yeah, it's here. And the only thing is, it is close to that, so coal might pop up somewhere that's not going to be. So at the moment, I don't have to put a separate in here. But I've chosen to not have coal available by road, and I like that because it is behind the mountain over here. So I've chosen to have coal there. We are skint bankrupt. We're not bankrupt, but skint. But look at the infrastructure. This is episode 2. We've already put in quite a bit of infrastructure. We haven't purchased the train yet, but hey, we can have a bit of a look at trains because we've got a depot. So let's do so. I'm just gonna. No, I don't need to pause it. If I go here, and ooh, yeah, it's good. Well, I mean, as far as getting ourselves, you know, we could think about passenger train lines as well, because that would be absolutely lovely. Buses, passenger train lines. But any of these guys would be great. Let's go unpowered and just see. That takes the other ones out for us. If I just click on this and just show just powered, it's going to be at the moment, ooh, 20. It's a lovely big one, but you need a level 2 depot, so a bit of research. And these are all powered. Are they? No, these are all unpowered. So they're just being pulled along. If I go powered here, I should be able to see just the powered, and I should be able to see now here. So if I have a look, this GWR 4500 class is 93, although I do like the look of this C17, which is I think a vanilla asset. Now the vanilla asset there, it's 70 kilometers an hour, 500 kilowatts, and it's 88,000. So a 70 is good, and the power, the 500, is what we're sort of looking at. This one's a bit cheaper, but 60. No, I don't think we need a big engine for coal, so I think we're going to want a nice big engine. These are lovely, but just too expensive. A bit of a shame. Then again, if we're paying 90 there, maybe we could fork out here. No, I think we should hold off. Class O, 68,000 or a C17. They're both the vanilla ones, so we'll get those. This one is a 400 kilowatt. This is a 500 kilowatts, and we are going to want some strength because coal is heavy. Yeah, that's going to be doing that one. And of course, let's have a quick look at coal stock. So at the moment on this one, I mean, at least I can get the wagons that hold 7 per sortie. And per sortie, a sortie's a trip. No, well, 7 per wagon, not the 5. And look, 10,000, but at least we're getting 7 in. That's not too bad. At the moment, coal is only being used to power up when we get to our extra bit of research. We'll be using it for that. But of course, the power up iron ore bricks, and also satisfying this customer. And he's going to go bankrupt in 142 days, so we could get to it, but yeah, it's kind of it's much of a muchness at the moment. A couple of buses here on either side. You can see one heading out, one heading in. If we have a look at the stop there, he's picked up 12 people. He's full. He's picked up 5. If we look at the stop after they leave, it does say here that I've got 1 person. Now 3, so that's all pretty good. And of course we can look at the mail from the situation as well, because it looks like the mail needs to go to the bus stops. If we have a look at these bus stops, they're not too bad. Oh, I like that house that's sitting on the hill. That's quite nice. But if we check out this the mail situation, can I have a look at the mail trucks? Because mail seems like it's an extension of the passenger mechanic. Any cargo is going to be mail, and we've got a standard mail truck, which is an AA truck, which is the same as the milk truck. This will take 5. We can get 20 on this semi-trailer at some point as well. This guy will take 5. Well, we'll have to see about it. I mean, it's interesting because, you know, the mail trucks... Well, I suppose we have set up that particular run, so I don't know if the mail needs to go to every bus stop, but it's interesting. I think the mail should be separate to the buses. Now, you are heading in the opposite direction, which is interesting. You should be heading... you should be here. Yep. He's there. But then bus stop 4, so he shouldn't be doing it in that direction, because it means that he's come in here and he's gone that way, and now he'll turn back. So I wouldn't mind just seeing if that's what he does. You should be turning in there. A timing. You should. Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that. They should be getting the first available for the timing, and they shouldn't be coming in and going that way. They should be doing exactly what this guy's done. I don't know why he's done that. We'll have to see about it. That was the 3rd bus, so it is interesting, but they shouldn't really be doing that. Let's wait and see if another bus... They're all up the north at the moment. And we'll see about this. Of course, I'll double track up a bit as well and get all that going. Yeah, see, these trucks are going a long way, and it's taking a long time for the money to come in. Very low profit margin because we got some of that. But I like the idea that we can use some passenger movement around. I like that we could put a passenger train in here. If we have a quick look at passenger stations, I'm going to pause the game, go into here and just have a quick look ahead to passenger stations. Let me go to passenger stations, and what's the vanilla one? Passenger stations. If I have a look here. Now if I make this guy into a... we don't have to do 250 meters for this one, but if we did this at say 150, I think it's worth doing a big station. If we did 150 and popped him say there, I like that. That's nice because he can use the mainline branch. And you know, if we had the train station coming across, we could do that. And then over here, we could almost do another one here. That would get the entire, so you could almost do that and then have it swing out and go around. So you could drop off into here. Because we're going to go on roll in, roll out situation. But that would take up most of that town. what we could do as well is have this. This would do really well and swing around and grab it. And then that's actually getting catchment for both. So maybe what we do is instead of 150 meters stations, we could look at 200. Hang on, what's your length? Let's go 155, 150, so something like that, and just put it in here, and that would get both of those, so that would be good. If we looked at this, then that just sticks in here, but again, you're looking at expansion to the north. That doesn't really help us with that. We could look at this. Yeah, we could run it in like that and have it turn around. That would service it. I mean, we are bounding it with the industrial railway line on that side, so that is quite good. Yeah, we could even have it coming along here, and that would service the town nicely. So if we did some terraforming and got that right in behind there, that would do really well and service the whole town. And of course, at the boundary over these side, you know, we can have it expanding all the way out to here, no problem. But yeah, that would kind of do. And then of course, when everyone expands this way as well, that would work. Yep, so we could do that, but we've got to watch about the extension because they're going upwards. Yeah, and over here we decided we could do something there. That would get both those towns, but again, it's only doing it on one side. But if you look at how much room there, anyone getting... in fact, what we can do with these guys, this is what I normally do with my passenger stations. We're not placing these down now, so I'm getting ahead of myself. I make this quite a bit smaller. Even like what 150 meters like that, yeah, and we can have them so that they do have this sort of nature where the train goes in and then comes back out. And the reason they would do that is we would have a rolling stock. Let me grab the rolling stock so we can just have a quick look at it. We can jump in and see the rolling stock. If I go passenger cargo, hang on, passengers, yeah, we can have these GWR steam ones, which are 43,000 each, and these would be really cool to put in together. And those guys are powered. So if I have a look here and just see which ones are powered, these guys pull themselves and they pull in and then they can turn around quite easily. So there's no actual turnaround. It's a little bit unrealistic because the driver would have to go to the other end and restart it up. You'd only do that at the end of the line, but here we could have it kind of, you know, go in. So that way, what we could do is have these stations kind of just come into this side of town. And so we could do almost this, and that would service it. And then later on, we could do another one that comes in, say, here, and that would service it as it grows. And that means that over here, we could do the same thing. We could come right into town here. We'll get everyone. But it also means, and that way I'm not crossing the line here. We're staying on this side. I would have to work this out, but maybe this is the road crossing coming across here, and it means that the train can come along here and it can service there, and then it can come in here and service this. This would be really cool. There's a really good spot to put it. Yeah, and then over here we could come across the land bridge and just put the train station right in there, and that would service it really well. If you look at the catchment area, that would do really well as well. So I think that's been pretty good. It's lots of talking and chatting and seeing what's going on, but it's really good. This episode, it wasn't a massive amount of building, although we did put in some rail infrastructure that I keep banging on about, but it has been super productive and it is allowing me to make plans for the future and talk about how we can expand. I also want to save up some money and go ahead and get the sand and the other areas, the other 3 products at some stage as well. And of course, we'll start looking at where gold is as well, because we'll be getting into the gold runs, and that's going to be absolutely brilliant. Gold's expensive to put down, but absolutely worth it because it has big payoffs, but very expensive to get going, but still really cool from a logistics point of view, because you got to decide if you want to bring in raw gold and then put your gold factories in your town, and sometimes it's better to actually make into gold ingots and then put your actual jewelry factories closer to your town as well. And I like the idea that, you know, it's all industrial around here. On the other side of the lake we've got, not industrial, it's all residential and a little bit kind of country town, bit city over here, and over this section it's going to be very industrial all the other side of the lake. Okay guys, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Voxel Tycoon. This is our beta branch series, and please leave your comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel Stitch Up, and I'll see you in the next episode of our lovely Voxel Tycoon. Cheers.